Once upon a time, in an ancient Ukrainian forest, there existed a special source that endowed the forest with life and vitality. However, one cold winter, the owner of a sawmill approached the guardian of the forest, pleading for a portion of this source to cure his ailing daughter. After a time, the sawmill owner returned, but not alone. He brought an army, intending to seize the source for himself. A fierce battle ensued, and when it was over, no humans remained around. The guardian of the forest, weakened from the battle, declared to all forest creatures that humans were no longer permitted within their realm. Years passed, and the narrative shifts to Mappa, a creature of the forest, awakening from her winter slumber. As spring approaches, she sets about reviving the forest to its lush, vibrant state. Meanwhile, in a nearby village, we meet Lucas, a young musician. As he plays, he inadvertently scatters some papers, among which he finds a job offer. Before he can contemplate it further, he learns of his uncle's illness. At that moment, a woman named Kalina enters the village. She is the daughter of the sawmill owner from years past. Kalina has plans to restart the sawmill, but this requires the villagers to venture across a daunting mountain. The villagers, upon hearing this, express fear and refuse to risk their lives in the forest. In the forest, Mappa encounters a baby lynx caught in a trap. After freeing it, she hears the call of the main guardian of the forest. The guardian, now old and feeble, reveals that a new guardian will soon be needed. The forest creatures speculate about who it might be, with some teasing Mappa for her trusting nature and considering her an unlikely candidate. Meanwhile, in the village, Lucas, desperate to find medicine for his sick uncle, decides to take up Kalina's job offer. He goes to her large house, where she assigns him a mission to locate a special tree with a unique leaf. Lucas is accompanied by two large men, the Bouncer brothers, on this quest. Back in the forest, a gathering is held around the aging guardian. He announces his time is coming to an end and that a new guardian will soon be chosen. The forest creatures begin to wonder who it might be. Mappa, in an attempt to uplift everyone's spirits, suggests that any one of them could become the new guardian. However, some creatures mock her, doubting her suitability due to her trusting nature. The scene shifts to Lucas and the Bouncer brothers, who find themselves in a dark cave. To their surprise, they discover a hidden path leading to a beautiful part of the forest. The brothers, spotting some bison, attempt to hunt them, but Lucas, not wanting to harm the animals, inadvertently foils their plans. A loud gunshot echoes through the forest, causing panic among its inhabitants. Mappa hears the commotion and rushes to the scene, where she manages to calm the frightened bison. Determined to demonstrate that she is not only gentle but also assertive, Mappa decides to confront the humans directly. In the meantime, Lucas, tasked with finding the special tree, feels lost and decides to play his flute. The music captures Mappa's attention. As she approaches Lucas, she reveals herself, commenting on the beauty of his music. Lucas is startled, particularly by Mappa's unusual pet frog, Swampy. In his surprise, Lucas tries to flee but accidentally knocks himself unconscious. When Lucas regains consciousness, he finds himself tied up and riding a bison, with Mappa engaging him in conversation. Through their dialogue, Mappa realizes that Lucas is different from the menacing human she has heard of in tales. She shares with him that she is akin to the spirit or soul of the forest. Elsewhere, the Bouncer brothers find themselves lost in the depths of the forest. A mysterious fog envelopes them, and enchanting forest nymphs appear, leading them astray. One of the brothers suddenly disappears, while the other finds himself in a swamp but quickly escapes. Back with Lucas and Mappa, they are joined by another forest friend named Hush. Lucas explains his quest to find medicine for his sick uncle. Mappa, moved by his story, decides to help him. She shows him the wonders of the forest, including majestic waterfalls. Lucas shares his dream of moving to the big city with his friends once his uncle recovers. Mappa, curious, inquires about the concept of a big city, which Lucas describes as a jungle of buildings. Their peaceful exploration is interrupted when Hush suddenly hides Lucas behind some bushes. The old forest guardian arrives, and Mappa, to protect Lucas, quickly fabricates a story, introducing him as a distant relative of Hush. The guardian seems convinced but insists that Lucas participate in a special forest event. Meanwhile, back in the village, the Bouncer brothers return to Kalina's house empty-handed. Kalina, furious at their failure to retrieve the special leaf, experiences a rapid aging of half her face. She rushes to a room and uses a magical substance her father once gave her, but to her dismay, it's all gone. In the heart of the forest, a grand event is underway. Lucas, amidst the festivities, spots the tree bearing the leaves he needs. The old guardian commences the ceremony, invoking the spirits of nature. A radiant light envelopes the area as these spirits manifest, tasked with selecting a new guardian. To everyone's surprise, Mappa is chosen. Shocked and uncertain, she hesitates, but the old guardian reassures her, affirming the spirit's choice. Now imbued with new powers, Mappa assumes her role as the forest's protector. However, not all creatures are pleased. Some voice their skepticism, labeling her selection as a mistake. Amidst this, Lucas inadvertently reveals his human identity. Quick-thinking Mappa creates a smokescreen using a mushroom, allowing Lucas to escape. She entrusts him with a magical potion, promising it will heal his uncle but warns him against returning, fearing for his safety. The following day, back in the village, Lucas's uncle recovers rapidly after consuming the potion. The pair rejoice, planning to enjoy some leisure time together. Meanwhile, Kalina's assistant, having spied on Lucas, steals a special leaf from his house. Realizing Lucas's knowledge of the magical forest, Kalina orders her assistant to monitor him, suspecting he might return to the forest. Mappa, now the new guardian, misses Lucas and decides to return his forgotten flute. Believing it her duty to understand humans, she ventures into the village, slightly altering her appearance. She finds Lucas crafting a necklace. Returning his flute, she requests a song. Lucas, in turn, invites her to stay for the village festival. They enjoy a lively festival, full of dance and merriment. However, during the festivities, a magical flower blooms, signaling something significant. Kalina's assistant, still spying, grows alarmed. Just as the party reaches its peak, Lucas's band announces their impending departure to the city. Mappa bids farewell, and Lucas serenades her with his flute. The music unexpectedly causes Mappa's hair to revert to its original color, revealing glowing marks on her skin. Kalina's assistant panics, exposing Mappa as a forest creature. Chaos ensues as the villagers, incited by the Bouncer brothers, capture Mappa. Kalina seizes the moment, accusing Mappa of harming her father and calling for her execution. Mappa, despite her newfound powers, struggles against the hostility. The old guardian intervenes but is injured in the process, expressing his distrust in humans. Kalina, meanwhile, hatches a devious plan. She uses the necklace Lucas made for Mappa to manipulate him into revealing the location of the forest's magical source. But she deceives Lucas, imprisoning him in a water-filling basement. Kalina and her cohorts then begin a destructive rampage in the forest, chopping down trees with a large machine. Mappa, attempting to negotiate a truce, learns the truth about Kalina's lineage and the deception surrounding her father. This revelation leaves Mappa heartbroken and weakened, providing an opportunity for the humans to intensify their assault. As a fierce battle erupts between the forest creatures and the humans, Lucas's dog alerts Hush to Lucas's dire situation. Hush, along with a creature named Swampy, confronts Kalina's assistant, ultimately rescuing Lucas from the flooding basement. In the midst of the battlefield, Mappa, witnessing her friends in peril, feels helpless. Desperate, she appeals to a rock spirit for immense, rage-fueled powers, willing to exchange her life for them. The spirit grants her request, and Mappa is engulfed in a fiery twister. Lucas, having escaped the mansion, witnesses Mappa's fiery plight. He refuses to abandon her, believing that his flute music might reach her. As he plays, joined by others in song, the fire surrounding Mappa dissipates. She collapses, and Lucas catches her, fearing the worst. In a dreamlike state, Mappa confronts the spirit, refusing to succumb to her fate. Her determination sways the spirit, granting her another chance at life. Mappa awakens in Lucas's arms, and the two share a tender moment. This act of unity between human and forest creature marks a new era of friendship and understanding. The story concludes with the moral that sometimes, unexpected encounters can lead to profound changes and that bridging differences can bring about harmony and peace. If you're looking for more awesome summaries in the upcoming period, drop us a comment about which movie you'd love to see summarized next. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. It's the best way to stay updated with all our continuous, uninterrupted future recaps. See you around!